Hello everybody and welcome back to Cities Skylines, where it was pointed out on my Discord by Ayla Malaysia that we should probably enact a couple of policies here, and I completely agree. Specifically the policies in question, and we probably should go through more of these and see about putting in a few of these, but for right now, all we're going to do is do Industry 4.0, which will mean that all industries are for well and highly educated citizens. That will help our worker problem, which is largely solved for right now. And in fact, temporarily, this will probably create more worker problems than it will solve at this exact moment. That is what I expect. But that's okay. We're going to do it anyway. We're going to enact that. So that is Industry 4.0. Wait, is that on the district level? I think that's on the district level. Okay, so we'll need to set up another district up over here. That's fine. So the other one that it was going to be was for, where is it? Filter industrial waste, here. Now, if this is on the district level, which it sure looks like it is, so for filter industrial waste, we don't need to do that here. Our logging industry doesn't produce much pollution, but we would need to do that up over this way. And in fact, we should probably not even run Industry 4.0 down here. At least not yet. If that's on the district level, then we want only this to be running those policies, and Butler Heights will stay as it is to kind of absorb all of those uneducated workers that we have right now. So the plan then would be that we would create a new district up over here, and that would encompass this entire island, so something kind of like this. There we go. And that is the Oriental District. Okay, that's, I don't love that name. Let's see about renaming that. Let's see here. That can be, well, I suppose we could name it after members. This could be the Casserole District. Just starting from the top of the list there. I like it. Okay, perfect. And we could rename Butler Heights as well. This would be, just going down the list here, Sigma, that is not how you spell, Sigma 162 Heights. Perfect. Okay. Now, we do want to set up those policies in this district here. So with that one selected, we'll go into the policies here, and Industry 4.0, and Filter Industrial Waste. I believe that we do not need that in Sigma 162 Heights, so that should be fine. Now, what is going on here? Fishing route on polluted water. Okay, yeah, fair enough. That is a thing that is happening. We're working on it. The pollution will get better eventually. It's not going to be fixed exactly. We could move our fishing harbor to be down over on this side, and then set up the fishing route down here instead. I think that that's not a terrible idea, actually. Where do we set up the fishing route at? Do we just go into here? Is this route now just orphaned? I may have made a mistake there. Maybe. Maybe. I could reload it, but that sounds like work. Maybe if I tick it? No, apparently not. Well, maybe we can get there from here, where I believe... Where do we actually build that fishing pier from again? I've completely forgotten. I would think that it would be in industrial area here. Well, no, it wouldn't be. I've completely forgotten where that is. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. That is wonderful. I'm sure there are people very angrily typing comments right now on where exactly it is. We'll get there. We'll figure it out eventually. I have completely and totally forgotten. So the fishing harbor is under what category? Probably this category here, if we go to fishing. That would probably help. That would do it. Okay, so we're going to set up a new fishing route. We're going to delete this one. This fishing route is on polluted water, and that polluted water will go away eventually-ish. Eventually-ish. So just going to get rid of all of that. That's a little awkward to get rid of, but okay. And we'll set up a new fishing route, and this fishing route doesn't have to be very long. Like, it's probably good enough to be something kind of like this. Now, of course, that's not connected to our road system. And we'll need to bring in our road over this way. We needed to do this anyway, so that's fine. I want to get this started curving over and then have it come in kind of like that. And then from here, we're going to need to have it go fairly sharp to make that corner. And then have it be something kind of like this. Well, this is beach. I mean, we have to add a little different up over here, but this is fine. This is fine. So we'll just bring that around like that. Okay. That should be fine. And then I think we'll probably change our crossroads over here in a bit. But I do... Oh, right. We lost our road up over here. So this road would want to connect in like that in theory. And then this should all be office up over here on this beach. There should not be any industrial here. So something kind of like that. Okay. I'm assuming this fire will get under control. Hopefully. And it looks like our police issue up here got under control, so that's good. That is absolutely fine. Right, power and water down here. That would be a thing that we need. That would help. So we're going to run a water line down over this way. And then power. I'm going to run that just on the water for right now. There we go. Power and water. Cool. Now the question is, does this fishing boat get full up? I'm thinking it does. Most likely. Let's bump it up to speed 3, and we'll just keep an eye on this for a moment. 50%. Yeah, this route is plenty long, I think. Oh yeah, it's plenty long. It's a little over long, in fact, but that's fine. They speed up dramatically when they get full, so I think it's fine. I think that's okay. So our next step. We are lacking in customers over here, apparently. Just in a couple of locations. But overall, we seem to have our consumer goods coming in nicely. So I like that. That's very, very good. This is potentially a bit awkward right here. We'll keep a bit of an eye on this and see if that creates any major issues. This tunnel is definitely being heavily utilized. There's no doubt about that one. Whoa. Not enough educated workers all of a sudden. So I'm guessing that Industry 4.0 just took effect all at once. And that is why we did not want Sigma 162 Heights to have that. Well, one of several reasons. So education-wise, we're doing okay on education. We're missing water up here? Is that a pumping problem? Yeah, that's a pumping capacity issue. Okay, so we can definitely fix that super easily. We'll just toss in another pump here. There we go. Now, as I said, this would likely cause us a problem in the short term that we didn't previously have. However, I do expect that this will eventually get its educated workers, but that will take time. We do expect this to be a little while before that's going to be good. We've got plenty of cash. I'm not concerned about cash. I'm potentially concerned about how this tunnel throughput is doing. Let's take a look here. It's flowing okay for now. If the traffic gets too much worse, we're going to have to do something about it. Can we upgrade these to larger roads, like hypothetically? Oh, hi, Megalopolis. Okay, we may get back to you in a moment. Can we upgrade these hypothetically to larger roads? It's not even that expensive. Of course, it's going to be problematic here when we are looping in, potentially. But we can definitely get our tunnels to be like 6-lane if we need it. So I think that's okay. Yes, this worker problem will be a big problem for a bit. We can back off on Industry 4.0 if we need to a little bit later on. For now, I want to see if this problem is going to fix itself, but I kind of am doubting it. Now, we did get our last area here, and I'm thinking that we buy this tile here to have full access to this island and to get this island. There we go. So that is all of the map that we are going to open up. We are not able to unlock any more of the map. That is all that we can get. Cool. Okay, sounds good. Another thing that was suggested was a counterflowing ferry line that goes the opposite direction. It's a good plan. I like it. My main question is, will a counterflowing ferry cause holdups at these piers? We can find out. We can set one up, and that would be okay. So we'll just hop in, and we'll see if it does anything. So we want to create a new line. This current line flows this direction. So we want to create a new line here, and we will add a stop. Oh, right. This is the ferry depot. What am I doing? We will add a stop over this way and then over here. This will help things flow through a little bit faster, assuming, because people can go either direction, of course, assuming that this doesn't cause issues with ferries just sitting around at the piers. If it does, we may have to add in a second set of ferry piers. We'll see how that goes, but there we go. We'll get a second line going there. And we should probably take a look at that line. Let's see. We want this line here. And I want to go into our ferry lines. Take a look at this one. This has one vehicle at the moment, which it's a little low. It will have more, of course. But we can have the vehicle count modifier be maxed out. Because we know that our ferry system is already maxed, right? Every single ferry that we have is full. So this would be very efficient to get this going, assuming it doesn't cause blockades at the piers. This will also lessen the throughput of these tunnels, which would be a good thing too. So we'll see how that goes. It'll also make things a lot shorter if, for example, you're traveling from this pier to this pier. You don't have to go all the way around the line, which would be a little obnoxious. You can definitely see we appear to be okay. We can have 2 ferries stop here at a time, it would appear. That's 3. There were 3 ferries here. We might have some stickage at the beginning here. Yeah, I think we need to eliminate these ferries. One of them was stuck. I don't know if both of them were. I do expect some of those teething issues as we get everything spaced out here. I think that happens when there are 3 ferries that stop here. One goes, and then it seems like the other 2 get stuck. So we would need to continually delete some of these ferries. There are currently 3 here. Okay. We need to keep doing this until such a time as this is flowing properly. We do expect this to be a bit of an issue for the time being. Is it actually just waiting to fill? There's 1 passenger here. There's a bunch of people here. Okay, that one's going. And this one's going as well. Okay. It shouldn't wait to fill. Yeah, there's currently no people on this ferry. We expect that. So we're going to let that just flow for a little bit here. I do think that, this is definitely an issue over here. I think that the Casserole District should temporarily drop the Industry 4.0. And yeah, that problem just cleans up for now. We will come back to Industry 4.0 once our workforce that we've just added over here becomes a little bit more educated. That will be something that we can do. So that'll be an option. No problem there. Now, as far as this goes here, I do want this area to be office. That's, not in this tree area. We would need to adjust Sigma 162 heights, and that's fine. Actually, that's already reasonably well adjusted. No need there. Looks good. This pollution, we do still have a little bit of pollution here. That's to be expected, but this pollution will eventually go away. Eventually. We are lessening our pollution output over here, which is always very, very good. We do have some demand for commercial, and I think that we're just going to fully zone out this commercial island at this point and see how it goes. No more demand for commercial for a while, most likely. Cool. We're to bump up to speed 3. We do see a garbage collection issue here. Now, my question is, where are any garbage trucks over here? We don't have a waste transfer facility here, do we? We don't. We also don't really have a tunneling system over here. We've got this hospital. Oh no, we do have a waste transfer facility right here with only 4 garbage trucks in use. Okay. These fires, I believe, will be under control. I hope. Maybe. I think there's a fire truck there now, right? No. We're just letting it burn. Okay. There it is. That took it a very long time to get there. It feels like it shouldn't have. Let's see. I guess I had to come from here via the tunnel system. Yeah, we should probably put in a firehouse over here. There we go. So, taking a look at our ferry system, they have not fully spread out yet. It'll take it some time. We do expect that. But it looks like none of them are getting stuck. So that's good. And this is going to be overkill on the ferries for a little bit. Let's see, going this way, 24 out of 50, 32 out of 50, 50 out of 50, 50 out of 50. Okay, yeah, we're still pretty full on the ferries, but that should help. Apparently we've got a bit of a forest fire going on over here, but we should have that under control fairly soon. We do have a dedicated fire department here. I wouldn't mind putting in another one over here because the forestry industry is going to always be very prone to fires. So we're going to put in another one over here. And that'll help control this area once we get that developed, which we should think about doing pretty soon here. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to zone our beach areas here with office. So something kind of like up to there-ish. Kind of like this. And as far as this goes, we'll just have the cutoff be, say, here. That should be fine. And that will, of course, help out our industrial demand. And then from here, this will all be forestry. Now, I want to make sure that this area is within the district. I would argue that it's mostly within the district, but we need to expand this district down to about here. Okay, that should be within the district. Sounds good. We'll just get this whole area painted in. There we go. And yeah, lots of fire trucks moving out over here. The forestry industry is always going to be very prone to fires. That's basically all there is to it. And there's a fire down over here with fire helicopters on it. Okay, that looks great. My question is, are we currently overkill on the number of ferries? We just doubled our number of ferries, and they're not super spread out. They're a little spread out. But they're not super spread out right now. I do want to take a look. Let's see here. 38, 50, 50, 50, 50. What about going this direction? A lot of these ferries are still maxed on their capacity. Not all of them are, but it looks like we're not overkilling our number of ferries. Ah, right. Water down here. That would help. We're going to bring in water pipes over this direction, and I'm just going to water this entire area. That's not quite getting all of it. We'll be better off to go in. This angle would be perfect, but it won't let us do that. Maybe if we did this. Yeah, that'll do. Cool. Looking at our sewage treatment, we are eventually going to need more of that. I wouldn't mind necessarily moving our sewage to somewhere like down here. That is definitely something that we could think about doing. This could be kind of our sewage area, and then we would bring in, we'll have to run a water pipe all the way down. So this would be the water pipe that, like, is the main water line for this island, which will eventually be developed. But then we run our water pipe down like this. It's not like we're short on cash at this point. Cash is not a concern anymore. So we can then relocate this building to be down over here, as well as this one. We don't need to be polluting this area anymore. So we can move those down here where they're going to be much, much less affecting our main area. There we go. We could also put in an additional eco water treatment plant. Right, power. We would need power down here. We could put in an additional eco water treatment plant here. And that would give us a lot more drain capacity. So let's go ahead and do that. We will need to connect that into water. We could power this with its own dedicated power production. What is the power requirement of these? 1280 kilowatts. Okay, so we would need something along the lines of at least 5,000 kilowatts. So 5 megawatts to power this. I mean, an advanced wind turbine is 20 megawatts. So this would do the trick. This would power all of this, and once we're a little closer, we can get that connected into our main grid. That seems fine to me. And yeah, that will allow this pollution to, over time, clear up. We won't need to worry about that anymore. Once we start seeing problems with being able to get enough non-educated workers, the waste transfer facility is full. No, it's not. It's 84% full. Okay. We might want to think about getting another waste processing complex, though, and that maybe... Could we fit one in up here? I'm not entirely sure. Garbage. It would help if we're in garbage. There we go. It would require a little bit of terraformation, I feel like. But we could maybe... Building must be placed roadside. Actually, I think we could do that. So, if we were hypothetically... Oh, we're in upgrade mode. If we were hypothetically to put in a road that just connects in... Actually, I want it to go just kind of straight up. Like that. And then we were to put in a waste processing complex. Because you can see here, our processing, we're kind of nearing capacity there. So that cannot be built on water. We would need the road to be like over here. Hypothetically, if this was here, would that fit? Yeah, cannot build on water. So this needs to be expanded ever so slightly. We could do that. We've got some soil availability. And we can just level this terrain out over this way a little bit. Get ourselves a little bit more space here. Is that enough? Not quite. This is a bit of an issue over here. Okay. So just add in a little bit more space there. We're going to get rid of Young Street here in a moment. But something like... we're still running into an issue up over here. So we need still more space. That's fine. Just going to bump up the power here a bit. Okay. So hypothetically, something kind of like that, maybe. We still need more. Okay, more up over here. This is big. There's no doubt about it. I was expecting this to not be quite this big. I was also expecting this. I'm not going to call that level. Why is that leveling the terrain like this? We're on this level here. Okay, that's weird. Well, that might be fine. Let's see. I think our main problem at this point is this corner and perhaps this corner. We'll add a little bit more space here and quite a bit more over this way. Our soil availability is still doing reasonably. Okay, now our problem is definitely this corner. This is a very, very large structure. There's no doubt about it. And it does produce some pollution. 250 pollution, in fact. If we come down over here, this is producing quite a lot of pollution. This may not be the best idea, but it's an idea. Done. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how much pollution that actually produces there. Now, the other question is, how is it going to go this way? Right now, it kind of isn't. So we're going to branch off this road here, and I'm going to freeform it. And we're going to get that underground, like so. And then we bring it under the highway. We're going to bring it in like this, and then like so. And then ultimately, I want it to connect up over here. So we're going to have it come up this way, and we're just clipping our hospital. Okay. So we're going to need to get rid of that section and change this corner here, because I don't want to be clipping our hospital. So we'll bring it in kind of like this, and then like this, getting that corner done. Okay, that's all sloped too steep. I was hoping we'd be able to do that. We could bring it in down over this way, though. Instead of having it corner here, we could have it come underneath and then come out over here. That does save us an intersection on the highway as well. I do like that. Okay. And that'll just get us a connection between these two sides. We do need water. And we'll just run that up over this way. Space already occupied. Rude. Okay, there we go. Cool. So now we'll just get some waste transfer trucks going up here. This may produce more pollution in this residential area than I'm comfortable with, but we'll see. We may have some land value issues over here, but that should be reasonably fine. For now, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we're going to marvel about our ridiculous number of ferries. There's a lot of them, and they're all still completely full. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all the channel members who made this video possible, including Casserole, Signal162, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Video Games Are Not Real, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.